The intersection of comedy, drama, and unbridled enthusiasm came alive in a most unconventional setting. A high school basketball court transformed into a stage for cinematic discourse. Here, Adam Sandler and Timothée Chalamet, two generations of actors bridged by mutual respect and shared passions, engaged in a conversation that transcended the typical talk show format. Surrounded by the squeak of sneakers and the cheers of USC cheerleaders, the duo delved into their formative experiences, the serendipity of collaborations and the sheer joy of the game, both on screen and off. This Vanity Fair-hosted exchange wasn't just a retrospective. It was a celebration of resilience, mentorship, and the unexpected bonds that propel careers forward. Their story begins in 2014, on the set of Men, Women, and Children, a Jason Reitman-directed ensemble piece that explored the digital age's impact on relationships. Chalamet, then a fresh-faced newcomer with just a handful of credits, found his scenes excised from the final cut, a harsh introduction to Hollywood's ruthlessness. Yet, in the aftermath at the Toronto International Film Festival premiere party, Sandler offered a simple gesture that left an indelible mark, a reassuring pat on the shoulder. "I was bummed," Chalamet recounted, his voice tinged with gratitude, "and you gave me a nice little shoulder pat. Man, it meant a lot." That moment of kindness sowed the seeds of a mentorship that would blossom years later, culminating in their electrifying work together on Uncut Gems. Uncut Gems, the 2019 Safdie brothers thriller that redefined Sandler's dramatic chops, became the crucible for their deepened connection. Chalamet, cast as Sandler's son in the film, shadowed the production with the fervor of a student absorbing a master's craft. Sandler recalled how the young actor trailed the Uncut Gems crew, his presence so unobtrusive that it prompted a humorous aside from Idina Menzel, Chalamet's co-star and Broadway legend. "Is he in the movie?" The quip elicited laughs, but it underscored Chalamet's humility, a trait that has endeared him to collaborators across genres, from the introspective teen in Call Me by Your Name to the whimsical inventor in Wonka. For Sandler, whose career trajectory from Saturday Night Live sketches to box office behemoths like Grown Ups has been anything but linear, Chalamet's eagerness was a reminder of his own hungry beginnings. Basketball, that great equalizer, wove through their dialogue like a through line, binding their personal anecdotes to the evening's athletic backdrop. Sandler, a lifelong enthusiast whose love for the sport infuses films like The Waterboy and Happy Gilmore, regaled the audience with tales of impromptu games that doubled as bonding rituals. He praised Chalamet's skills effusively. "You're very good, awesome. I'm fine." Their shared misadventures peaked in a story of a casual pickup game against two kids, who turned out to be unexpectedly formidable. "We played these two kids just out of nowhere, they just so happened to be so good," Sandler lamented with exaggerated defeat, painting a vivid picture of sweat-soaked camaraderie interrupted by the flash of paparazzi cameras. Chalamet, quick to counter the narrative, joked about summoning the photographers himself. "That was only when we were playing basketball and I called the paparazzi to come capture the moment." The exchange highlighted their easy rapport, a blend of Sandler's boisterous storytelling and Chalamet's sly, self-deprecating wit. Chalamet's admiration for Sandler ran deep, extending beyond their joint projects to a profound appreciation of his range. He singled out Punch Drunk Love, 2002, Paul Thomas Anderson's indie gem, as a cornerstone of modern acting. To actors, it's one of the most important performances, impactful, deeply moving. "You should have a golden man in your hand," Chalamet declared, alluding to the Oscar that eluded Sandler despite the film's critical acclaim. In Punch Drunk Love, Sandler portrayed Barry Allen, a withdrawn man whose rage simmers beneath a facade of awkwardness, a role that demanded vulnerability from an actor synonymous with broad comedy. Chalamet's endorsement resonated, echoing a sentiment among peers who view Sandler's pivot to drama as a masterclass in reinvention. "It's a performance that influenced a generation, proving that comedic timing can underpin profound emotional truths." Sandler, in turn, reflected on his own influences, name-dropping George Clooney in a nod to Saturday Night Live lore. During one of Clooney's hosting gigs, the duo organized a full-cast basketball scrimmage at a rented YMCA, blending celebrity egos with playground rivalries. "He's great. We played ball when he hosted SNL. He took the whole cast. I think he rented out a YMCA," Sandler shared, his anecdote a window into the improvisational spirit of live television. Clooney, with his effortless charisma honed in ER and Ocean's 11, represented the aspirational ideal for Sandler, a figure whose poise on the court mirrored his on-screen command. These stories layered the conversation with nostalgia, illustrating how sports serve as a universal language in Hollywood, fostering connections that transcend professional hierarchies. A pivotal thread emerged when Sandler credited director Josh Safdie for unlocking new facets of his artistry. In the upcoming Marty Supreme, a table tennis drama, Safdie encouraged Sandler to embrace openly aspirational vulnerability, much like the high-stakes desperation he channeled in Uncut Gems. The Safdie brothers' kinetic style, marked by handheld cameras and relentless pacing, pushed Sandler to confront his fears, transforming him from a pawnshop hustler on the brink to a figure of tragic ambition. Chalamet, who experienced this intensity firsthand, nodded in agreement, his eyes reflecting the shared ordeal of crafting authenticity under pressure. Their discussion touched on the alchemy of collaboration, how a director's vision can liberate an actor, turning personal insecurities into compelling narratives.